Good morning friends and welcome to the pre-market view. Friends, on Friday we had a spectacular rally across European and US markets. European markets were up about 2 to 4% as we had some positive noises coming out from the chiefs of Italy and Spain, and the bond yields were also down about 15 to 25 basis points both in Spain and Italy. In case of US markets, they were up about almost 1.7 to 2% because of the better job data and the non-farm payroll data that came out at 1,63,000, which was way ahead of the expectation of 1 lakh. But the employment rate still remains at 8.3%, so there are higher expectations of some kind of a positive easing over the next probably couple of months, and because of that we have seen rally across the markets. Even Asian markets, when we look at this morning, they are up about 1.5 to 2%. In terms of flows, friends, the same trend continues in the cash market. The provisional data suggests that FIs were net buyers to the tune of 209 crore. However, the domestic institutions were sellers to the tune of 435 crore. The only point of concern is that because of the rally that we are seeing in asset classes, even the Brent crude has actually shot up to about 108.5, which is a matter of concern for us, and the euro has also spiked up to about 1.24. On that note, let me invite Sharekhan to take us through important F&O cues and the major strikes around which the open interest position is built.
Friends, what we have seen in Friday's trading session, that short covering has taken place in the market as the open interest has reduced and cost of carry has increased marginally, whereas the put call ratio stands unchanged at 1.11. We have also seen that the FIs were net sellers of around 321 crore in Friday's trade, which is indicating that even they have unwound their position looking at the global market rally. Now, focusing on the strikes, focusing on the open interest from the individual strikes perspective fund, what we have seen is that 5,000 put option stands with the highest number of shares, as well as it has touched the mark of 1 crore shares in open interest, which has been indicating that now on the short term basis 5,000 would be the level which we need to watch on and would act as a strong support for the market in the coming trading sessions. Whereas on the higher side, what we have seen is that 5,300 call option followed by 5,400 and 5,500 call option has seen a good activity in the open interest. The weekly VWAP is 5250, but we are maintaining it at 5,300, and that would act as a trend reversal point. If Nifty is able to close above 5,300 convincingly, then the bias for the market would change, and then will be probably playing on the higher positive side. From the intraday perspective, we have identified 3 stocks. One can go long on Infosys with support of 2186.95, Titan Industry with support of 224 rupees, and one can short BGR Energy with resistance of 290 rupees 15 paisa.
Friends, Friday was a bit dull session for us, and there was a bit of negative reaction and the volumes were also on the lower side. But looking at the positive global cues that we are getting, we are likely to open somewhere around 52.85 to about 52.90 levels. And in terms of the important news today morning, first of all, we have some positive news on SKS Microfinance, whereby the AP government has actually come out with a positive norms for the microfinance companies, and SKS Microfinance will be allowed to write off the bad loans over a period of 3 to 4 years as against the earlier deadline of FY13. So we are suggesting a long call on SKS Micro with a stop loss of 88 and a target of 93.94. Also friends, in a positive development, both SEBI and RBI has allowed MCX to launch the currency options, and as we all know that option as a segment is far bigger in terms of volume, so which will have a positive impact on MCX. So we are suggesting a long on MCX with a stop loss of 1032 and a target of 1085 to 1100. Also, JSW Steel has indicated that they are going to consolidate their international operations, and one can go long on JSW with a stop loss of 684 and a target of 725 to 732. GAIL has completed the formalities with Vadodara Municipal Corporations for the launch of CNG, and one can go long on GAIL with a stop loss of 350, target of 368 to 371. Friends, in case of Idea, there are negative news, and TD set has refused to go into the dispute between the government and Idea Cellular over the merger of 6 overlapping companies. So we are suggesting a short call on Idea with a stop loss of 82.5 and a target of 78.5 to 77. Also, because of the fact that the 2G spectrum price has been fixed at about 18,000 crore, is viewed as a negative development for telecom companies. So both Bharti, Idea and Arcom could have some negative reaction today morning. In case of India Bull Real Estate, there are reports that Veritas may come out with a negative report on India Bull Real Estate, both on the corporate governance front and the balance sheet items front. So there could be a negative reaction on India Bull Real Estate. One can go short with a stop loss of 55.5 and a target of 53 to 52.5. There are important results today, friends, like DLF and Wockhardt and few other companies, and we have already covered some of these in the earnings strategy report. So please go through that in the other section. That's it from all of us, friends. Have a nice trading session. See you tomorrow at the same time.